We are inside Riverhawk Stadium in Millville, Utah. Tonight's matchup, the Bear River Bears taking on the Ridgeline Riverhawks. Hello and welcome to Utah Sports Network's coverage of high school football. Michael Clanton joined by Jake Yeagley. Always exciting to begin region play. Let's talk about Bear River first, though. Despite that 1-3 record, they feel like they've learned some lessons in a challenging non-region schedule. Watch for number 4, Ren Fonsbeck. Yeah,
Ren Fonsbeck, he's been great. That opening game, they looked really good. They came out, they got a win over Juan Diego, 27-14, mostly in part because of Ren Fonsbeck, excuse me. He had 4 touchdowns in total, running, passing. But he played quarterback then. We might not see him play quarterback today.
Yeah, perhaps he'll be a receiver today. We're getting word that he could be a receiver or a quarterback tonight. How about for Ridgeline? They won their first 2, but now they've dropped 2 in a row. They're pretty confident. And watch this guy, number 3, DeMooney. He's a good one.
Yeah, DeMooney, he is a good one. Junior running back for Ridgeline. He's already gotten offers from BYU and Utah State. That right there should be a clear indication that he's a lot of talent. I'm excited to watch him. I'm sure he's going to get the ball a lot today.
So Bear River Ridgeline is next on Utah Sports Network. Back after this.
If you don't get to act like it. Seems like a waste of superiority, if you ask me. I think I'm better off being better here.
Good, because we're Planet Fitness, a place for everyone else. Planet Fitness, the judgment-free zone. The Cindy S. Morrow, oh crap, I'm getting married in 3 months program. From expert advice to personalized product combinations, GNC has weight loss programs that fit. The Danny K. Griffith, whoa, my beach vacay is just around the corner program. From expert advice to personalized product combinations, GNC has weight loss programs that fit.
Welcome to the Sports Academy. Our members have access to the largest weight room and the most cardio equipment in the Valley. Choose from dozens of group fitness classes, including high, Zumba, strong, yoga, and cycling, basketball, racquetball, swimming, and tennis. See for yourself why the Sports Academy is your club for your results for your life.
Tonight's Utah Sports Network's game is brought to you by GNC, Live Well, and by Sports Academy and Racket Club. Your club, your results, your life. So thank you to all our sponsors making these games possible. Of course, the more sponsors we have, the more games that we can do, and also we can branch out to other sports, bring you other content, highlights from soccer, volleyball, you name it, we can do it, but it all starts with our sponsors. So thank you to those of you sponsoring tonight's stream. Excited for this matchup. This region play begins. Not as much weight in region play typically because of the new RPI, but it's still important. And it's still, if you want a region championship, it starts tonight. Bear River, they got off to that great start. They won their first game. They've dropped 3 in a row, and now they're tinkering with the offense just a little bit. Ren Fonsbeck, who's been their quarterback for this season, now might be a receiver. Coach Wise says, I'm not sure. Donald Haas, he's the offensive coordinator, and so he might be trying to switch things up against this Ridgeline club. So we're just about set to go. This is Porter Tackett, the kicker. He's a reluctant kicker. He'd rather play other positions, but he's the best leg they have, so he's their kicker. I found that fascinating. Chris Wise is a good man to talk to. He's Probably the best head coach in Bear River history. He's won 3 state titles, and enjoyed our conversation with him earlier in the week. So here is Tackett. And region play is underway here at Ridgeline. This will be taken by Payne. Pardon me, that's Evan Webb. And we'll see a lot of him. Boy, Coach Van Leeuwen thinks highly of Webb. So Ridgeline on offense first. Boy, they got things started in a hurry week 1, scoring 58 points against Pineview week 1. Caden Cox, he's a sophomore quarterback. He put up huge numbers, 25 of 36, 351 yards, a touchdown, and 2 picks. There he is right there. He was in a battle with Riker Jensen. He's now a senior, but the sophomore winning out.
Yeah, I was reading your notes, MC. 15 years old, is that correct?
Yeah, 15 years old. Here's Damoni. Penalty markers down, a foot race. Looks like Damoni is going to score, but there's a penalty marker down right now. It's a Ridgeline touchdown.
There is a flag on the play.
They're going to bring this back, it looks like. So Damoni, we talked about him. He is ultra talented. He's a junior. His older brother got a scholarship to Stanford.
Yeah, and you saw it right there. I mean, just outran everybody down the sidelines. We'll see what the penalty is here, but good first play.
We want to thank our Riverhawk Booster
Good blocking, but you see the speed there, outrunning him.
Giant Carpet One and Icon Health and Fitness.
Yeah, if nothing else, that boosts your confidence, even if it's coming back.
He got off to a great start. I mean, the numbers on Damoni against Pineview, 29 carries, 127 yards. How about 5 touchdowns to start off being a starter?
Yeah, I can't complain. 5 touchdowns. That's a pretty good day.
But then weeks 3 and 4, he's come back to earth a little bit. Another penalty here. And it'd take him a while to get the ball spotted. Ridgeline again marching back. So back-to-back penalties. Not only wiping out a touchdown, but now you got a 1st and 20.
Yeah, that's always tough. Those are drive killers. 2 penalties back-to-back. Not the way you probably want to start the game.
Should mention Ridgeline's head coach is Travis Van Leeuwen. He was one of the great stories last year when he coached at Logan. Took a team that won 3 games in 2 years. And they went 9-2, but they lost in the first round. This was Damoni out past the 35.
Yeah, good run there by Damoni. Getting back some of that yards they lost through those penalties.
So Ridgeline, this is a spread attack that the author, last year, as we have another look at the replay, they scored about 21 points a game. As you see Damoni's run. And that's a throw, and he caught it, but the knee was down.
Yeah,
I think
low
that's
throw.
Webb again.
Low throw there. Threw him right to the ground. In that case, it's almost better to drop the ball there, but you never really know. I mean, you want to secure it there.
It's hard to mentally be that in tune. Typically,
right.
You're taught to catch. Hey, there's the ball, I'm going to catch it. But if you're really thinking about it, maybe you think otherwise, or at least get that knee up a little bit. Penalty field first drive here by Ridgeline, wiping away a Damoni touchdown. Cox has time, now runs out of time, and he's going to be dropped. So Bear River able to get pressure. This is Skinner, Maverick Skinner. He's a senior. He's got 15 tackles coming into tonight's game, and he's got his first quarterback sack of 2019.
Yeah, good coverage downfield. I mean, I would call that a coverage sack. You see he's got time there initially, and then there comes the pressure, and good job by Skinner there, chasing him down and tackling him.
So Ridgeline's going to punt the ball away. Carter Murdoch. And so Bear River with an opportunity here. Pretty good field position here, 48-yard line.
Yeah, good field position, good start here. Yeah, we'll see what they can do.
So Bear River, they've struggled on offense. Last year they scored 17 points a game. That was 22nd in all of 4A. And they're switching up quarterbacks, it looks like. So they're going to have Josh Payne instead of Fonsbeck. So this is a change for this game. They're going to start on the ground. And, running has been hard to come by. If you know Bear River over the years, Chris Wise, they like to establish the run game. They typically will run a split back veer, but they're making the switch to spread this year.
Yeah, that's definitely different than the original Bear River. Right. Bear River, what they've ran in the past. So it'll be interesting. I'm interested to see how they implement it, how they do it, and how successful they'll be today.
Yeah, well, they got a first down, and that's going to be a offside call against Ridgeline.
Yeah, it looks like number 54, Xander Bond there, jumping a little early.
Talking to Coach Wise earlier this week, I was like, who's your best receiver? He's like, Josh Payne. But Josh Payne was also the backup quarterback to Ren Fonsbeck. So it'll be curious to see, how this transition goes for Bear River. So we talked about they averaged 17 points last year. This year, through 4 weeks, they're averaging 23 points. And despite the loss to Morgan, is Payne's going to keep it himself to about the 29-yard line. You think, well, you lost to Morgan, and that's not great, but Morgan has shut everybody out so far in the season. So they feel pretty confident coming into this game as you have a look at that Payne run.
Yeah, Bear River, going back to that Morgan game, Bear River came out 9-0 in the first quarter against Morgan. Morgan came back and ended up beating them, but like you said, Morgan's a pretty good team.
Yeah, they're pitching a shutout so far, well, until last week to Bear River, but they were just blowing teams out. Both these teams blew leads last week. Ridgeline, they played Highland, Idaho, up by 2 scores and ended up losing 16-13. Run play. Good blocking on the perimeter. All the way down inside the 10. And that is Chance Udy, 5'10", 171-pound junior, coming in. And we love the Des News, but these numbers seem a little bit off. 17 carries, 29 yards. He's got that on this drive.
Yeah, it's kind of hard to believe that. But you said it, MC. Good downfield blocking by the wide receiver there. Really sprung him for that extra yardage.
Udy, he lost it in the mesh point. Ridgeline took it away. A turnover. And it was forced by Will Booth.
Yeah, tough drive there. Tough end to a drive there. Going down, had the momentum, establishing the run game. And then we'll see it here on the replay. Lost it on that exchange. And sometimes that's hard when they do that option where they try to hand it off to the running back. They try to keep it sometimes. The running back doesn't know if he's going to get it, if he's not going to get it. And with a new quarterback out there, it's expected some things are going to happen like that.
Good point. So neither team off to the desired start, right? Ridgeline had a touchdown call back because of a penalty. And then Bear River turning it over inside the red zone. Here's Demooney able to get to the edge. Boy, he gets to the edge so quickly.
Yeah, you see that. Puts that foot in the ground and jumps outside. Quick running back.
Demooney, the ball carrier, pushed out by Tackett.
So Demooney had 127 yards rushing against Pineview, 178 yards against Cypress. And then against Farmington, they were shut out against the Phoenix. 7 carries for 14 yards. And so, you start off with a bang, and clearly they're going to try to establish him. Been offered by Utah State and BYU, and Coach Van Leeuwen says people are going to start offering him like crazy in just a little bit here. Yeah, there he is, number 3. And again, his older brother, Stanford, and he was a beast. I think he also wore number 3.
And you can see it here early. They're dedicating the ball, giving the ball to him. Definitely making it a point of emphasis in this first couple of plays here.
Cox to throw. He's got some time. Caught by Demooney. Demooney has first down yardage. Broke a tackle out to midfield. And that's a nice job by Darian Johnson, because if he doesn't bring him down, Demooney's probably going to score a touchdown.
Probably. It seems like every play so far that they've ran, there's been a chance for Demooney to take it all the way. But good job of Ridgeline there, kind of mixing up how they're getting Demooney the ball. Not just handing it off to him every time, but giving it to him out on that short little pass. There you see short little pass, but breaking tackles there. You've seen a good example of Demooney's ability to break tackles, the speed. I mean, we're seeing it already in these first couple of plays here.
Couple of Bear River Bears slow to get up. Now finally sitting up. That's Colt Lish. He's a really good player for the Bears. Still being tended to. DeMooney, we talked about the running numbers, but the receiving numbers are pretty decent too. 9 catches, 63 yards coming into this game. See if we can see the injury. Lish is 2.
Yeah, it looks like they
collided.
Each other. Yeah. That's the worst case scenario for any team, is when 2 of your own players run into each other and both end up getting hurt.
Not a good sign. He's got to be helped off the field. Not putting much pressure on that left leg. Oh, you hate to see that. He's a DB, also receiver for this Bear River Bear squad.
Yeah, that is something you hate to see, it, especially where these high school level, where these kids, they put so much time and effort into this, and then to see them hurt like that and go off the field limping, it's tough to see.
So Ridgeline, they got off to that wild start against Pineview, 58-56. Beat Cypress 28-13, then lost to Farmington 35-0. There's Van Leeuwen with the headset, turned around. Players love this guy. He's so youthful, he's energetic, really connects well with them. Here's a run up the middle. Nice job by Bear River. This might be a loss on the play, depending on where they spot him. But he just did a tremendous job at Logan. Again, 3 wins in 2 years, and then he took over 9-2. Got the 2 seed in that ultra-competitive, what was then Region 12, now it's Region 11. Yeah. But when this job came open, it was tough to say goodbye to the kids at Logan, but this was a really good opportunity, and he wasn't sure he was going to have that opportunity again, so he seized it. 2nd and 12.
2 plays in a row there. Bear Rivers really stepped it up on defense. And DeMooney not able to get anything going.
You got Lewis up front, Frazier and Knutson for Bear River, playing that 3-4. And DeMooney's got a... They've had success throwing to him and also when he gets to the edge, but up the middle, Bear River's been stout. It's a defense, though, that they've had some issues, surrendering 32 points a game. Last year in 2018, they allowed just 21 points. Cox to pass, running out of time. And he's going to be dropped. Another sack. That's 2 sacks for this Bear River defense.
Yeah, and there again, it kind of looked like a coverage sack. I mean, Cox had time at the beginning there, but not able to find any receivers open downfield. Held it a little too long. And I think that was Fonsbeck that came in there and made that play.
Fonsbeck, I think Braxton Christensen was also in on the play, number 50. So back-to-back punts here by Ridgeline. I mean, they did stop the scoring threat of Bear River. Here's Murdoch. Much better effort here. Fonsbeck calls for a fair catch. And it came free. Does Ridgeline get on it again? Oh, Fonsbeck just got on it to save the possession. Boy, that is a dangerous fielding of the punt. Watch this.
Yeah, it came over late. Might have lost it in that sun right there. You see where the shade and the sun meet. But yeah, lucky to recover that.
Stone Crandall was in the area. Couldn't rip it away. So Bear River, good drive. They had a good drive start. They started from the 48, but then they turned it over inside the red zone. They'll stay on the ground. This nice play. I think that was Booth, the one that recovered the fumble. So Will Booth having a nice beginning here.
Yeah, good play there. Able to get in there. Get in there quick and aggressive. Drop him for a loss.
Booth, just a sophomore, only had 3 tackles coming into this game, but already, big-time impact so far in this first quarter. First quarter, we're now 5.5 minutes. Payne to the far side, and then forced out of bounds.
Oh, he's close to taking it all the way there. If he can
Marble.
stay in bounds there. That's a big play. Yeah, let's watch the replay here. See him lose his mouth guard there. Almost got it.
Marble coming in, he had 4 catches, 92 yards, and 2 touchdowns. looking to go to Marble again. That was, the ball hung up in the air for quite a while, and then it was deflected by Miles Eck.
Yeah, Will Booth again getting in there, causing that pressure. Really, he's the one that caused that ball to go high. And good couple of plays there by Will Booth. I'm really impressed with this Ridgeline underclassman. I mean, we're talking about an underclassman quarterback. And Mooney's an underclassman. We've mentioned Booth's name a couple times already. He's an underclassman. If you're Ridgeline, you got to be excited about the future.
Without question. And what Van Leeuwen did at Logan last year. This ball skips back to the punter. How in the world did he get that off? And then a nice bounce. Well done.
Yeah, well done there. Able to pick it up. It always makes you nervous when the ball skips on the ground like that, but it even looked like a second or two to pick it up. And I mean, it seemed like that ball was back there for a while. Let's watch the replay. So you see it skip. There's a second, another second. A good job, able to stay poised. A pretty good punt, considering the circumstances.
That was Wyatt Schaefer, the senior, 6'5". Nice job not freaking out. You got that time in your head, I got to get it off, and he was able to do so without a block, which is incredible. 5:12 here in the opening quarter. Third possession for Ridgeline.
Yeah, surprise, going to Mooney again. That time getting a little yardage up the middle. We talked about earlier, having a hard time getting it going, but still only a yard or two.
We're talking about Van Leeuwen and what he did at Logan. Logan last year, they averaged 32 points a game. That's sixth in 4A. And right now, Ridgeline, they're averaging 24 points a game. That's already 3 points better than all of last season. Of course, it's early in that 58 points in week one really helped as Webb makes the reception.
Yeah, you'll see him down on the sideline here. High energy, calling the plays, running around, jumping up and down. It's hard to miss down there. Good job there by Evan Webb on that last play, though, catching that. Looked like the ball was a little inside there more than it needed to be, but good adjustment by Evan Webb to catch that.
Webb coming in, 7 catches, 100 yards, and a touchdown. Cox in trouble. Cox picks up a couple of yards.
Skinner there coming in with pressure again. Seems like we're mentioning the same people early in this game over and over. Skinner and Booth. Skinner for Bear River and Booth for Ridgeline.
4th down, and the offense is still out there for Coach Van Leeuwen.
Yeah, this is kind of that area of the field where, it's a tougher decision to punt, to go for it.
I don't know if they're going to drop Cox back so he can punt it, or they are going to go for this. Pressure coming. Cox throws on the run, and it's caught, but it's short of a first down. Missed it by a yard.
Yeah, tough break there. Good job by Cox stepping up in the pocket there, avoiding the pressure. Good throw on the run, but as the receiver, you got to get another yard or two on your route. Know where the sticks are at. Make sure that when you catch it, you're past the sticks there and get the first down. But
that was the tight end, Cameron Daly. He's a good one, a senior. Last year, 28 catches, 243 yards, and 2 touchdowns. He's got college football potential, does Daly. Plays about 100 snaps a game. Offense, defense, in on special teams.
Boy, that's fun.
So he's tired after the game. Udy with the run. They've been able to run somewhat on this Ridgeline team. They don't have any points to show for it, but they've been able to get some yards. Last year they ran for about 1,100 yards, which for Bear River, in your split veer attack, that's not very much. Yeah, but a good start here for the Bears on the ground. Approaching 3 minutes here in the opening quarter. Udy again. Good blocking. Brought down at the 38-yard line. Good run, close to a first down.
Good run there. Good way to break a couple tackles. Running powerful, running strong. That's kind of what I expect when I hear Bear River's offense. That's the kind of offense I'm expecting. That downhill running, getting 3 or 4 yards of play.
You don't think of the spread offense when you think of Bear River. They're making the switch. Donald Haas and company. Here's Udy again. And he will pick up the first down.
There again, Bear River sticking to the run game, sticking to Udy, and getting those 3 or 4 yards. A pop every play. That's all you need when you're running the ball. And 3 or 4 yards of play, that'll get you the first down and keep the drive going. That'll be interesting this time to see if they can sustain it. Remember their last drive, they drove it all the way down on Ridgeline, down to about inside the 10-yard line, and then fumbled it away.
Payne's looked pretty good as a quarterback. Made good decisions. Udy. And this is exactly what Bear River wants to do. Coach Wise says the last thing we want to do is get in a touchdown, try to match touchdown for touchdown with them. We got to stop them and control the clock and run the football, and they've done that to this point here in the first quarter.
Yeah, looks good so far. If it's not broke, don't fix it. They keep running the ball for those 4 or 5 yards. I expect them to keep it going.
Udy again. Brought down by Carter Murdoch.
Yeah,
Murdoch's had a couple of chances here.
Yeah, nothing special about the offense. It's just a simple handoff each time. I think the first 5 or so plays have been that. And it's been working for him. And, if Ridgeline can't stop it, I wouldn't expect Bear River to go away from it.
3rd and 1. Again, movement on the front, but Ridgeline able to get back. Under a minute here in the opening quarter. Going to split out Marble in the slot. Option. Udy. He's going to have a first down. Mellon had a chance at him, couldn't quite bring him down.
Yeah, you said it. You said it right, MC. Had a chance there to stop him short of the first down, but couldn't make the tackle. Good run by Udy to break that tackle and get the first down. I've been impressed with him so far this drive.
Yeah, again, we love Deseret News. They stats from everybody, but we had a feeling his stats were not quite accurate. Again, they had him with 17 carries for 29 yards, but he has far surpassed that here in this opening quarter. I'm sure they're going to get this play off. They just beat the clock. Payne, and nowhere to go, going to be dropped back at the 25, and that's how the first quarter comes to an end with a nice tackle by Rhett Gebert, and we'll talk more about him. He's a good one. Coach Van Leeuwen says he's got college football potential. So that's it, the first 12 in the books, and we're still scoreless here in Millville. It's Bear River, it's Ridgeline, and we'll be back with second quarter action right after this on Utah Sports Network.
Welcome to the Sports Academy. Our members have access to the largest weight room and the most cardio equipment in the Valley. Choose from dozens of group fitness classes, including high, Zumba, strong, yoga, and cycling, basketball, racquetball, swimming, and tennis. See for yourself why the Sports Academy is your club for your results for your life.
The Dave W. Johnson I Just Had My Annual Checkup and My BMI Sucks program. From expert advice to personalized product combinations, GNC has weight loss programs that fit.
And we're back, the beginning of the second quarter. Scoreless in the first 12. Did not expect that with these two programs. Bear River, they averaged 23 points a game. They've had a good drive that they self-destructed on the mesh point, turned it over early. And this is another quality drive. But it's a 2nd and 12 after that tackle for loss by Rhett. They've switched it up at quarterback. It's been Fonsbeck for the first 4 weeks, and now it's Payne and Ridgeline all over this run. Oh, but a penalty marker came in late.
Yeah, that late penalty marker normally means something like a face mask, which is tough if you're Ridgeline because that was a good play, way to rally to the ball, drop him for a loss. We'll see what the call is here.
Yeah, you got it. Face mask called against the Riverhawks. Boy, you had him on 3rd and long, too, but Just reached up and grabbed a piece of that face mask. That's all it takes.
It was a good job there by Carter Murdoch. Reading the option, stayed with the quarterback, waited for the pitch. But I guess that's the only the 5-yard variety. So still 2nd and 8, still 2nd and long.
So the run game has worked for Bear River, but now when you get in these not so obvious, passing situations, be curious to see if they like Marble out there. Lish, I think, is still out. He was one of their better receivers.
Yeah, I want to see Ren Tronsbeck, see how he does as a receiver.
Here's Payne. And he's going to be dropped. And again, it's Retz coming in to make the sack. He had 3 sacks against Cypress. Team leader in tackles with 26. He now has 5 sacks on the season.
Yeah, that's a good sack there. I mean, that's every quarterback's worst nightmare right there. Is coming in from that blind side off the left tackle and getting in without you seeing him. Now 3rd and long here. If you're Bear River, this is not the situation you want to be in.
So this is an obvious passing down. You got 3 receivers on the near side. Payne runs out of time. Again, it's Rhett pursuing him. And that should be a fumble. Was it recovered in bounds? Let's see the official. I'm not seeing the signal yet.
Yeah, Ridgeline thinks they have it.
Still no signal. They're conferring. They're talking to one another. What's the call? They're taking their time.
They are taking their time trying to get the play
We might
right.
have a boundary thing. Did a Ridgeline player go out before he recovered? 4th down, so it's going to stay with Bear River. So was that Gebert again on the sack?
That was Gebert again on the sack.
2 sacks already, plus a tackle for loss.
Good. Disrupted this Bear River drive right here in these last couple plays.
So he makes this team multiple. Last year they played a 4-3. This year it's a 3-4. But with him in there, they can go either 3-4 or a 4-3 defense.
Yeah, that's the definition of an athlete right there. Able to change positions wherever you put him.
He changes the defense.
Excel. Yeah. That's what you like to see.
4th and 14, they say on the scoreboard here. Just a kind of a pooch kick from the quarterback. This works out nicely inside the 5. Going to down it at the 4-yard line. So well executed by Bear River. That's exactly what you want in that situation.
That's a perfect pooch kick right there inside the 5-yard line. Almost. One of Ridgeline players almost got blocked into the ball too. Not where you want to start the drive if you're Ridgeline here.
No, and they've the first 2 weeks they were on fire offensively, but last couple of weeks it's been tough. Shutout against Farmington, but Farmington class above, in terms of the 4A, 5A, that kind of thing. In the Highland, Idaho, they scored just 13 points against the Rams from up north. Demoney breaks a tackle at the goal line. Look out! First down yardage. Just tripped up, but a penalty marker came in.
Yeah, I think we're going to get a hold here against Ridgeline and wide receiver downfield blocking.
It's a spot foul, so it might be good enough for a first down. We'll have to see where the hold took place, if in fact that's what it is.
Yeah, but good job by Demoney there. Again, like you said, MC, he was down there in the goal line breaking tackles, able to spring it for a big gain. Let's see what the call is. I think he's signaling first down. I didn't see if it was a hold call, but it does look like it was against Ridgeline.
It's a spot foul, so he should get credit for a lot of this.
Yeah, watch number 1 here. So good run by Demoney, but you'll see downfield number 1.
I'm not sure that's a hold,
Me
my
neither.
friend.
Yeah.
I think that's just good old-fashioned block downfield.
But I guess our opinion doesn't matter.
Doesn't matter. Stripes, only one that counts. First down, they say, at the 20. Cox, here's Demoney. Nothing doing inside. Going to try to bounce it. Nice job, Bear River. He might have just got back to the line of scrimmage. Certainly not much more than that. Skinner again around the football.
Yeah, good job by Bear River rallying, plugging up the initial hole there, and then staying disciplined on the weak side there to bring down the money.
I mean, there's been no run, no room in the middle. I mean, Bear River has filled those gaps. It's the edge. That's where Ridgeline's hurt them. And this play doesn't even happen. You got whistles.
Yeah, whistles from the get-go.
False start called on Ridgeline. The penalties. So Van Leeuwen's not going to be happy in this first half about the penalties. Again, took away a touchdown the very first play of the game. It's really cost him field position.
It killed their drive there. I mean, it took away the touchdown, but then they had some more penalties on that very drive that really killed it. And we're seeing it here. DeMooney's good run on that first play. A penalty, and a penalty again here. No coach would be happy with all these penalties.
2nd and 14 now for Ridgeline. Cox to throw, and he's in trouble. Boy, how did he elude the would-be tackler? Still in trouble. Throws on the run, caught at the 15. They should give him forward progress.
Yeah, good job by Cox there, able to maneuver around and get around two would-be tacklers, but I think it's actually going to end up being a loss of yards there.
This is Strat Simmons, and his numbers were really good coming into this game. 7 catches, 129 yards, and a touchdown, averaging 18 yards a catch. That's going to bring it down, though.
That's going to bring it down a little bit, but like you said, good stats for the year.
Here's Webb. I think he got back to the original line of scrimmage. Oh, they're going to give him half yard more.
I'd like to see him bounce it out there. That looked like a good block there by number 1. Jackson Holmgren. But, yeah, Evan Webb elected to run it up the middle there.
Holmgren's got nice size. I mean, they tried to give us the heights and weights this week because we asked for that, and it was a challenge. It was a challenge for them to get that. But I'd like to know how tall he is because he looks pretty tall. Good weapon out there.
Yeah, just
Third
by looking at
catch.
him out there, he looks tall.
Called and signaled forward and made at the 46-yard line by Fonsbeck. This less adventurous than the last one.
Yeah,
so
good punt, changes the field.
For Ridgeline offensively, though, it's the penalties. Is that what you're seeing so far? I mean, that's really hampered them moving the ball.
That's 100% what I'm seeing. We've seen good runs out of DeMooney. We've seen Cox able to scramble around and make some plays with his legs, but those penalties, they'll kill any team, and Ridgeline's no exception.
So Josh Payne from the gun. Good tackle. Oh, the ball came out late. Was he down? Yeah, the official says quickly he was down. But, boy, that you see that ball out. The instinct is to just pounce on it. Another look.
Yeah.
I think that elbow was down, but you know what? He was tackled on top of the player. So I think that was Rhett that brought him down. Oh, that's interesting. That's his butt touch. I think his butt was on a Ridgeline defender, but I think the elbow perhaps did.
But again, we're seeing Rhett blow up that play.
This is a gain of just a couple. So Bear River, they're not really stretching the field on these pass plays, but they are getting positive yardage on them. 3rd and 8 now. This is a big, I think, defensive series for Ridgeline because they have not had good field position the entire game. Going to have to stop them here if they want better field position. Watch for number 10. He's on the edge of the line of scrimmage looking back at the sideline. So here's Rhett already with, well, maybe they're going to put him in coverage. They're going to match him up on the slot. Payne's pass is caught. Where are they going to spot this? This is Fonsbeck who makes the catch, but I think he's short of the first down.
Yeah, I think they're going to give him, it looks like they're marking it a yard short there.
So Fonsbeck, the one-time quarterback, makes the catch from the one-time receiver who's now quarterback.
Yeah, good job there by Ben Woodland for Ridgeline, causing some pressure.
4th and 1. Chris Wise and Donald Haas leading the offense out there. Oh, now he wants to talk about it. Coach Wise, this a pivotal moment here in this first half. Coach Wise, really good coach for Bear River. Won 3 state titles. It's been a while, though. 03, 04, 06 was the last one. I'm told this is homecoming here for Ridgeline, so we might have an extra long halftime, but sure we'll see the cheerleaders perform at the halftime break.
Yeah, those state championships for Bear River were ground and pound, run the ball, good defense, good stopping the run defense.
Yeah, Zundel, I think that first year quarterback, he was something special. I think it was Jason Zundel. He was a good one.
Yeah. And now Bear River, we see, trying to adopt the spread, trying to be more modern, but still, I think, wants to run the ball.
Clearly. I mean, and they've been able to do that in the first half. They just haven't been able to finish drives. He's going to call a timeout. Now, in the NFL, you can't call back-to-back timeouts. I'm not sure what the high school rule is, but Payne's got to be getting close to that play clock winding down. Payne's in all sorts of trouble. He's not going to make it. Ball free. And we're going to have a touchdown here by Ridgeline.
That's Brandon Cook right there, number 22. Scoop and score.
So the defense strikes first for Ridgeline.
Now we do have a flag on the play. You'd hate to see it against Ridgeline again, calling another touchdown back, but good job there. I can't see whose number that is, who causes the fumble, but good job there by Brandon Cook picking it up and running it in for a touchdown.
Well, it's exciting to score on defense. Let's see what the call is going to be, though. I think it's going to be a celebration or a block.
Yeah, the flag's right at that position where it's, I don't know if it's a bad block or if it is a sideline violation.
Well, I was thinking maybe, a celebration type thing, but see, there's Van Loon with the headset. Did he say touchdown's good?
Yeah, let's see what they call.
Oh.
So his mic's not set up, but it looked like a personal foul on Bear River. You seen something different, MC?
I actually thought he pointed Ridgeline's way, but clearly it was Bear River.
Oh, I get that. That is Ridgeline's way. You're right.
Well, I guess maybe they'll just assess it on the kickoff. Is that the deal?
I'm not sure.
But defensively for Ridgeline, I mean, nicely done, right? I mean, you don't give up the first down, but not only that, you force the fumble, you recover it, and you also get a touchdown. So they'll enforce this on the PAT.
No, looks like it.
So, yeah, the good news is the touchdown counts. This will be a tough kick for Carter Murdoch. Oh, plenty of leg, though.
No doubt about that one, yeah.
That could have gone back another 15 yards. Still would have been fine. So unconventionally, get the PAT. 15 yards doesn't matter. And Ridgeline's defense, how about that? They were excited. I got a chance to speak to one of the defensive coaches earlier in the week, and yeah, I did ask about that Pineview fiasco when you give up 56 points, week one. You're so excited, and you give up 56. And, well, really the offense gave them 21 points. You know who the OC for Pineview is? Gary Croton. You know Gary Croton, former coach at BYU, was the OC at SUU, and evidently he's got a nephew. I think that's the quarterback. He's a legit quarterback. So that's a really good offense. But having another look at this play by Ridgeline.
Yeah, I wish I could see who caused that fumble. That was a great job of putting his head on the ball. And on this look, it doesn't look like we're going to be able to see where the personal foul is either, but good job by Brandon Cooks. I mean, that's a good awareness. Got a lucky bounce there, just bounced right into his hands and was able to run it in.
Cook, who's a corner on the team, the senior, came in with 16 tackles, and now he's got a fumble recovery and a touchdown. Pretty good stuff from the senior. Ridgeline to kick off to Bear River. That's a big kick. Touchback, Udy. So if you're Bear River now, you've somewhat controlled this game, but you look at the scoreboard and you're down a score.
Yeah, I'd say Bear River's winning this game if I wasn't looking at the scoreboard.
And certainly total yards, it's no contest, but it's all about the scoreboard. And good playmaking ability by Ridgeline. Saw that with the forced fumble recovery, and touchdown.
Yeah, so in situations like this, when you want to run the ball, it's important that you stick with it. Sometimes it's hard to stick with the run game when you have a big play like that for the other team. You're down a score. Looks like Ridgeline's got some confusion down there. Still looks like there's some confusion down there. Coaches not deciding who needs to be out there and who needs to be on the sideline.
I want to remind everybody about our stream next week. So we're going to do something different next week. We're going to have highlights of the other Region 11 games next week. And then in 2 weeks, we'll cover this Ridgeline team at Logan. So Van Leeuwen, we'll get the storyline of Van Leeuwen going back to Logan and face his former team, the Grizzlies. So highlights of Region 11 teams next week. And then in 2 weeks, we'll have Ridgeline and Logan again. And, well, that was a big tackle. They're feeling good out there after they've scored a touchdown.
Yeah, Cameron Dowley, good hit there. Meeting him in the hole, too. You can see the hole there. And as the linebacker, he went in there and filled it. Good hit there. Yeah, but that Ridgeline Logan game in 2 weeks, that should be a good game.
That should be a fun one. A lot of emotions for Van Leeuwen going back there. And, of course, you always hate to leave the players that you had there, but this was just such a good opportunity. Had to take it. Boy, that mesh point is not clean, but somehow Udy able to get it across the 20 to the 23-yard line.
Yeah, a little nerve-wracking there on the handoff, but all's well that ends well.
They haven't been able to break any long runs. No explosive plays yet by this Bear River offense. Payne to pass. A deep ball. Underthrown and knocked away.
Yeah, too high there. Really hung it out. Looks like there, if you watch him, he throws it off his back foot. That causes the ball to go a little high.
We don't have a 13 on our roster. Got a 12 and a 14.
Well, good job there by number 13 getting his hand in there, though. That's what you're taught to do if you're a DB, and once that ball is coming into the receiver's hands, put your hand right in there and cause as much havoc as possible.
We got a penalty marker down at the 42-yard line. The official was counting bodies. Now they're just going to pick it up? They're just picking up the flag. I mean, he was counting, wanted to make sure, is there 12? You can play with 12 in Canada, but not here. Changed their mind. Good bounce.
Yeah, good Bear River roll here.
I think that was Schaefer again. Yeah, Schaefer's got, remember that the first punt that they had, and special teams have been interesting early in games that we've done, Jake. That one rolled back. Remember that rolled back, and he kept his head about him, didn't panic, and got off a pretty decent punt considering the circumstances. But you look back, that was probably a big play in this first half.
Yeah, that could have been a big play for Ridgeline had he not been able to pick it up and get a good punt off.
Okay, 4:22 left. There's Payne. He's going to stay in on defense.
Now we've got quad receivers down here to our side with the Mooney in the back.
Cox is going to call his own number. Pretty good pickup. Gain of 4 yards on first down.
And sometimes you'll see this where a team has a really good player that the other team has scouted and what DeMooney is, and you'll see them move him out as a distraction like that, put him in a quad set, and then Cox took off and ran there. But good run there by Cox.
Use him as a decoy. Bear River showing pressure. Cox running out of time. Throws on the run. Caught by the tight end, Cameron Dowley, the senior, with another reception.
Yeah, good job there by Cox to move the pocket, to run, to roll out there. Good throw on the move, too. That's a good-looking play. Now we got another flag. This one's on Bear River. I don't know if Bear River's been penalized yet.
A hold against the Bears. So Ridgeline will certainly decline this and take the result of the play, which is good for a first down. And they are into Bears territory. I don't know if they've been into Bear River territory.
I don't know if they have either.
DeMooney, finding room up the middle. The middle has been so congested with this Bear River defense. DeMooney, though, shoots through the cannon on this one.
Boy, he's quick, isn't he? You'll see it there. Shoots through the gap. Good job pulling there by the lineman of Ridgeline.
Still plenty of time. 3.5 to play in the first half. Ridgeline trying to get a 2-score lead. Cox, he's got a man out there. Caught, no, dropped. Could not haul it in, was Carter Murdoch.
Yeah, they had everything they wanted there for Ridgeline. You know, they've gotten the run game, they've established it. They're able to fake it to DeMooney. And Carter's got a step. Good throw. He let him in a little bit, but good enough throw there by Cox. Carter not able to pull it in.
So many missed opportunities for Ridgeline, yet they still lead by 7. 2nd and 10 after the incomplete pass. Cox to DeMooney, look out. Oh, what a move. He's got the first down. I mean, it looked like he was in trouble in the middle of the field, and he gave, I don't know if it's a dead leg or what you call that, but he was able to sprint out there and get to the red zone. Let's have a look.
Yeah, we'll see a little angle route there by DeMooney. Oh, good move there.
Darian Johnson, sorry about that. Tough one. DeMooney again, well defended this time by Bear River.
Yeah, we talk a lot about Bear River's run game on offense, but I think another staple of Bear River is taking the run away. Now, we've seen it where Ridgeline's try to run up the middle and Bear River's taking that away. That, to me, is a staple of Bear River.
Without question. Under 3 minutes to play here in the first half. 2nd and 9. Low snap. Cox in trouble from behind. Inside the 10, inside the 5, down to about the 3-yard line. Well done by this sophomore quarterback, Caden Cox.
Yeah, good run there. Staying poised in the pocket, seeing the opening and taking advantage of it.
Guy's 15 years old.
Yeah.
Mature, smart, competitive. Good mechanics. Option play, going to take it himself. And Caden Cox has scored a Ridgeline touchdown.
Yeah, option play here. Good decision by Cox there to keep it. We'll watch it again here. Oh, maybe we won't. Yeah, here it is. So you see it's an option play with DeMooney out there. Good job by Cox. Keeping it. Giving a little fake to DeMooney.
Extra point is up, and it's good. This press box was shaken up here with the student section. Pretty good student section.
Yeah, it's homecoming. You expect it. Expect to see a good student section out here.
2-score lead.
Yeah, we were talking about Caden Cox a little bit before the game. There's a quarterback competition beginning of the year with him and a senior. And it seemed like it was 50-50, right? They could go with Caden Cox. They could go with the senior. Elected to go with the 15-year-old sophomore.
It was a good battle. It was a really good battle. And Riker Jensen, I think it was tough at first. But Coach Van Loan said he's been really good about it, really good attitude, been supportive of Caden Cox. What they'd like Cox to improve on, arm strength. I mean, he's 15. That's going to come, right, when you get a little bit older. Get the ball out quicker, and then set up your receivers a little bit better. So, the accuracy of it. Yeah, you can complete it, but was it behind him? Did he have to reach behind, or could he get in front where he can run with it and do some damage?
All right, and I think we've seen a little bit of that. Cox has been great running the ball, but I think we've seen that throwing it, him hesitating a little bit to throw it and kind of throwing receivers not open. I wouldn't say his accuracy is bad, but he's not really throwing receivers open. But that'll come, right? He's 15 years old, sophomore. What you like to see is the poise and the determination, the confidence he has out there.
Bear River, okay, spread offense, but we've seen them really primarily do their damage on the ground. Down 2 scores here. Are you aggressive with just 2:14 left? Be curious to see how Coach Wise and Coach Haas play this last 2:14 out. I don't think they've had any explosive plays yet. Here comes Reds. Just got rid of it. Got across the 25 to about the 27.
Good job there by Rhett, disguising his blitz, looking like he's going to play coverage there, deciding to come. Yeah, good pressure there by him.
Nice
Good job. Good job there by Payne to watch the rush come up in his face and deliver a good ball.
It was Fonsbeck with the reception. This one behind the intended receiver, Dylan Marble.
Yeah, so we see Bear River coming out here electing to be a little aggressive, throwing the ball. And that makes me nervous. They've got a new untested quarterback. Bear River's really known for running the ball. So it'll be interesting to see if they can get it going. Let's see what they do here.
They got to get a first down. 3rd and 3 with 1:48 left. Option play. Payne's going to keep it. And he's going to pick up a first down. Clock will stop momentarily as they reset the chains. They got to have some urgency if they think they're going to score here on this drive.
Yeah, good run there by Josh Payne. Looked like another option route or another option run. And good decision there to keep it.
Going to throw on the run. Oh, big ball. He's got a man out there, and it's caught by Marble. He hung on to it at the 30. And there's the explosive play.
There is the explosive play. Good job by Josh Payne there throwing on the run. But that's just one-on-one. Your receiver and your DB right there. Good job.
So that was Marble with the reception. Just a sophomore. That they'd use him more as a running back, but we're seeing him in the passing game. Oh, nicely done again, Payne.
Extending for the pylon. Did he get it?
Oh, he's just out. They're going to mark him, I think, at the 3-yard line. But what an effort there. And that was Marble.
Yeah, good job by Marble. I don't have his first name here on the roster, but 2 plays in a row. Yeah, we'll see Ridgeline in a zone coverage here. And because Josh Payne starts to go to his left, the zone kind of drifts over to that side. And Marble able to take advantage of it on the right side.
Here's Udy. And how about this drive by Bear River? You kidding me? What a drive they put together, down 2 scores.
Yeah, really impressed with Bear River's drive here. I mean, they marched it down the whole length of the field here. Really, they needed it. Down 2 scores, untested quarterback. I mean, they really impressed there.
That mesh point is, he almost lost it, but Udy able to get the touchdown. And yeah, the folks from Garland should be happy with that drive. That was very impressive. 2:14 on the clock. Wasn't sure how they'd played that. Got the explosive, I think, to Marble. I think it's Garrison Marble who had that big catch. And then Udy able to score it in close. But, yeah, big shout-out to Josh Payne for leading that drive. Again, he was in that quarterback competition with Fonsbeck. OC, as of Wednesday, Fonsbeck was going to be the guy, so something happened yesterday or today that, hey, you know what, let's go with Payne. And that has paid off so far. At least that drive, it certainly did.
Yeah, that was like we said, that was an impressive drive. Josh Payne Josh Payne really stepping up. Here we see the touchdown
He
again.
almost loses that ball.
That mesh point again, yeah, like you were talking about, but able to get it. All's well, so that ends well.
I mean, he didn't have that ball was elbow and hip, and then he secured it. That was close.
That was close, yeah. But again, impressive drive, and really impressive when you consider the fact that he did come in Wednesday, Thursday. That's when he got the call, said, hey, you're going to start for us today.
Porter Tackett to kick off. And Webb will let it go into the end zone. Thought that might have been returnable. You still have 1:11 left.
I'm aggressive.
With Van Leeuwen, I mean, we haven't seen too many explosives tonight for this offense. I know at Logan, I looked back at my notes last year, their goal was 8 explosive plays. There he is right there, Van Leeuwen. And explosive play is any reception over 25 yards or any run over 20 yards. He wants 8 of those a game. That's how it was at Logan. I didn't ask him about that here at Ridgeline, but I imagine they have the same goals as they did last year. Cox. And almost intercepted.
Well, we might have offensive pass interference here.
Fosbeck's, he wants the call. The DB saying, throw the flag.
Yeah, we'll see what the call here is. But going back to your point of big plays, when you have a player like DeMooney, I imagine Ridgeline going for it, being aggressive here and trying to get that big play before half.
Wow, so momentum has really shifted here in the last 2 minutes. It is offensive pass interference called on Ridgeline. And, good job for Ridgeline for doing that, I think, because you don't want to give Fonsbeck a chance to get intercepted.
Right, we've been talking about all the penalties for Ridgeline, but I'd consider that a good penalty there.
Yeah, no doubt. 3 receivers near side, and this is blown down.
We got flags going all over.
False start. So another Ridgeline penalty that's going to back them up. Cal, you said you're aggressive. You think Ridgeline should be aggressive in this spot.
Yeah, well, I might be second-guessing myself now that I've seen these first couple of plays for Ridgeline here.
You can change your mind.
Yeah. Well, you got a pass interference there. That would have been a pick if it wasn't a pass interference. Right. And then the false start here, they're going in the wrong direction.
So inside the 5, well, I guess right at the 5 is where the ball has been spotted. See our graphic down below. 1st and 25 now for Ridgeline. A hold in the end zone to safety. Here's DeMooney. Middle screen.
Yeah, they tried to set
10.
They tried to set up a screen there, but I just don't think that they gave it enough time to develop. It looked like DeMooney was catching the ball in front of his offensive lineman. Normally on a screen play, you want to wait for your offensive lineman to be in front of you. That way they can go out and block downfield for you.
So I'll bring up a 2nd and 20. I got to tell everybody out there, please visit our website, utahsportsnetwork.com, for subscription. Also, you can purchase this game. We're going to have all our games on there. We're going to have highlights on there. We'll have interviews on there. It's really going to be a spectacular place for content in the Valley. So utahsportsnetwork.com, check that out. And you can buy a yearly subscription, or you can just buy one game. But I think the subscription is the same amount as one game, so you might as well just get the subscription. We've got a yearly subscription now on, so please check that out. But buy the games for like $5.95. I mean, that's pretty affordable, so please check that out. Okay, so we got a 2nd and 20 now with under a minute to play here in the first half. Play action. Cox in trouble. Still in trouble. Going to be dropped back at the 6-yard line. Bear River able to get pressure.
Yeah, good job there by Bear River. If you watch, they really put in their 3 down offensive or defensive linemen tight in the middle there. And it's been tough for Ridgeline to pick up. You see all 3 of them bunched up here on the right side of the screen. And then there comes the pressure in off the edge. But it's hard to step up when that rush comes from the outside. It's hard to step up for Ridgeline, for Cox to step up there in the pocket when they've got those 3 big defensive linemen bunched right up there in the middle.
Couldn't tell if that was Miller, Caden Miller. If it was 70. He's an interesting story. Speaking of Bear River, number 70, he's got a scholarship to William and Penn for lacrosse. But his coach thinks he might also get a football scholarship when it's all said and done. So number 70 for Bear River. He's a multi-sport guy. There is Payne, who did a nice job leading that scoring drive for Bear River.
Yeah, I don't know much about lacrosse, but it sounds like a nice school.
Well, I think William Penn's a very prestigious school back east. Cox. He's in trouble. He's got to get rid of it. He lost it.
Oh, they're signaling touchdown. I don't know if that was an interception or a fumble.
So Bear River, this is Darian Johnson, who picks up the loose ball and scores a touchdown, and we're an extra point away from tying the game. Wow, what a run here by Bear River.
Yeah, let's see what happens here. I don't know if it's... Yeah, see, number 12 there. That's a fumble.
So it was Keaton Riley and also Christensen in on the, the fumble.
Yeah, well, what a 2 minutes here for Bear River. Down 14-0. Get that long drive down here for the touchdown. And then we'll see this look again. The fumble in the end zone.
I can't believe how quickly this game turned around. Watch the pressure. Watch 12. He's an outside linebacker. Get this initial pressure. Then Christensen's going to kind of clean it up. And then Cox just could not secure the football.
And it's funny, too, that Ridgeline, we see them getting a fumble for a touchdown. And then we see Bear River getting a touchdown off a fumble recovery.
2 defensive touchdowns. How about that? Did not expect that entering this game.
And for Ridgeline, could not have been any worse going into the halftime. I mean, you're
Disaster.
up 14-0.
One more look.
You've got all the momentum. Yeah, number 12, that's Keaton Riley bringing the pressure for Bear River. But if you're Cox, that's got to be the sophomore, the 15-year-old inexperienced.
You got to throw it away.
You got to throw it away, or you can't panic in the end zone, right? You see him drive out there, nobody's open, which is fine up to that point. But you either got to throw it away, or even the safety at that point would have been better than the fumble. So that's the give and take, the pros and cons when you choose a sophomore over a senior. So got to take the good with the bad.
This is returnable. Webb from inside the 10. Look out. 30, 35, and across the 40. 35 seconds left.
We got another penalty here.
So this might take any decision you had about being aggressive out of it, but let's hold on with this penalty that's at the 47. Still haven't seen a call. Officials are huddling about this. What's the call?
He's pointing to move him back, I think.
Personal foul on Ridgeline. So I would expect Van Loon will just, you know what I would do? I'd give it to DeMooney and just tell everybody, block.
Yeah.
Just let him get to the edge, because with his, he's a home run hitter.
Yeah, I mean, you could go with the intention of running out the clock, but DeMooney might take it all the way.
Right. I wish more teams would do that instead of just kneeling. Why don't you, maybe you get a guy bust one. Unlikely, sure, but I think better than kneeling. So they're going to go pass it. Look out, Cox in trouble. He lost it again.
Oh, and I think that one hurt him.
Bear River recovered it. Riley.
Is that Keaton Riley again with the pressure?
He got the fumble.
I didn't see who came off on the edge there.
I think it was Christensen. Look for 50. Did 50?
50. 58.
It's Christensen who
that's
forced
50.
the fumble. 29 seconds left for Bear River. Well, 2:14. They trailed by 2 scores. And now they have a chance to take the lead. This is incredible. The swing of momentum here is Ridgeline's going to call a timeout.
Yeah, and if you're Bear River here, why not be aggressive? I mean,
I think you have to
29 seconds here.
This is an opportunity.
This is a big opportunity for them. Now remember, they were down 14-0 2 minutes ago. A minute and a half ago.
Incredible.
Yeah.
The momentum shifts in this game, just remarkable.
Now, are you surprised to see Ridgeline pass it on that situation right there? I mean, we were talking about handing it off to DeMooney. They obviously didn't want to do that.
Listen, Van Loen, he went 9-2 at Logan last year. I'm not going to second guess anything that guy does. But you know what? I would have just ran DeMooney into the edge. That's all I would have done. Look at Christensen. How about that? Coming from the edge.
And there again, that's your worst nightmare as a quarterback. Getting that pressure off the edge, especially right as you're about to throw it and you're vulnerable, you open yourself up to that hit. Not good for Cox. 2 throws, 2 fumbles, right back to back.
Okay, if you're paying, you got to take care of this ball now. 29 seconds. The momentum clearly Bear River's side. You just can't turn it over in this situation.
And I don't know what their thought process is, but if I'm Bear River, I'm taking shots in the end zone here.
Got to have some points.
Oh.
Fans wanted a hold.
Yeah.
This will eat some clock. Bear River, I think they're out of timeouts.
Well, the clock stopped, so they either called the timeout or he got out of bounds. Or they did call a penalty. Oh, they've got a penalty now here.
Watch 20. Yeah. So the jersey, there's some separation there, and that's what the fans saw it.
I think that's what the coaches saw too, and I think they let the ref know it.
If you're Hanson, though, I still think don't give up on the play. You got to rush the quarterback, but I think they did catch the hold. Let's see.
I think they're going to get a penalty, an unsportsmanlike penalty here on Ridgeline, a coach or a sideline.
Really? Okay, that's. I know Hanson. He was certainly held. And they grabbed the shoulder up top.
Now the ref can determine that the hold's not consequential to the play. I don't know if that's in high school, but I know in college, if they determine that the hold isn't.
Top of your screen here, 20-78. Watch this. So there's the clear hold. And he's holding me and kind of gives up on the play.
But yeah, that's tough. I mean, in my eyes, the ref missed that one. It's hard when you're a ref and you're out there making the calls.
Well, I still haven't seen a call yet, so they might have called that. You're saying you saw the call?
They threw the flag in late, a lot later than the hold was.
So an unsportsmanlike called against Ridgeline.
Clearly they're upset with the hold call, the non-call there. But you can't do that, right? If you're Ridgeline, the momentum's been flipped. You miss that. They missed the hold call. You've got to keep your poise. You got to be,
And again, we're showing them with no timeout, so they can't stop the clock. And the clock stopped because of the penalty. And now look at this field position. I think they tossed the player. Penalty marker comes out. We've got a Bear River touchdown, but the penalty is out. Hold on. I don't know if this is like makeup or if this is it's going to be a hold on Bear River.
Yeah, so that's Kate Hansen again that was causing the pressure. There's some discussion on her headset there if he got kicked out or not, but he's still in there causing some pressure there. But it does look like they're going to call back the touchdown.
Chris Wise is on the field. He wasn't. I don't know if that's a makeup call or if that happened, but so it nullifies the touchdown. We've had 2 touchdowns called back because of penalties. One from each side now.
Yeah, it's funny how similar both sides have been. We've seen fumble recovery touchdowns, long drive touchdowns, touchdowns called back on penalties.
Okay, 16 seconds left. It's first down for Bear River. Pressure coming. Payne's pass is incomplete. Almost intercepted. Now, wait a minute. They're saying it's picked.
Ridgeline is, but I think
Ridgeline is right.
I think that ball did skip off the ground. Again, 13. I wish we had his name here.
So Leishman, 42. Watch 42 off the carom. He claims it didn't touch the ground. It does.
Oh, might hit his. Yeah.
Good effort, but it definitely hit the ground. He sold me.
Yeah, sold me too.
I bought it.
That's Gavin Leishman there.
11 seconds left. What a wild end to this first half.
We got a screen.
Payne is in trouble. He's just going to throw it up for grabs. Intercepted by Ridgeline at the 5. That's the one thing you can't do. Is it Leishman?
Leishman, all right, got his interception there.
He sold it so good, he talked it into existence.
Yeah, and that's a killer for Bear River. 3 seconds left. If that ball lands on the ground, it's not an interception. Bear River setting up for a field goal right here.
Or you just go for it again on 4th down. Wow.
But again, we're seeing the inexperience of the quarterback. Josh Payne is a junior. But throw that ball out of bounds. I mean, what's the difference between throwing it 1 yard out of bounds and 50 yards out of bounds?
Well,
if you're throwing it away,
could be a penalty if you throw it 50 yards out of bounds. They could call that grounding. Okay, you got to take a knee here, don't you? Or just, where's Demooney? Give it to Demooney. Let him do his thing. And that's how this first half comes to end. What a wild ending to the first half. Ridgeline led by 2 touchdowns with 2:14 left. And then Bear River actually had a chance to take the lead. But then they turn it over again inside the red zone. Wow, this is good. This is good stuff you're watching on Utah Sports Network. We're tied at the half, Bear River and Ridgeline. Back with halftime right after this. What a good one we've got here tonight at Millville.
Tonight's halftime performances will begin with the
Planet Fitness? Isn't that the gym where they have rules against acting like you're better than everyone else? But then, what's the point of being better than everyone else if you don't get to act like it? Seems like a waste of superiority, if you ask me. I think I'm better off being better here.
Good, because we're Planet Fitness, a place for everyone else. Planet Fitness, the judgment-free zone.
Welcome to the Sports Academy. Our members have access to the largest weight room and the most cardio equipment in the Valley. Choose from dozens of group fitness classes, including high, Zumba, strong, yoga, and cycling, basketball, racquetball, swimming, and tennis. See for yourself why the Sports Academy is your club for your results for your life.
The Dave W. Johnson I Just Had My Annual Checkup and My BMI Sucks program. From expert advice to personalized product combinations, GNC has weight loss programs that fit.
We're at halftime here at Millville. What a wild game we have on Utah Sports Network. Bear River and Ridgeline deadlocked at 14. Number of big plays. We've got some halftime entertainment for you. We're going to step away and let you enjoy the band here at Ridgeline.
Please welcome drum major Cameron White and Sarah Smith and Ridgeline High School Marching Band.
Planet Fitness? Isn't that the gym where they like have rules against acting like you're better than everyone else? But then, what's the point of being better than everyone else if you don't get to act like it? Seems like a waste of superiority, if you ask me. I think I'm better off being better here.
Good, because we're Planet Fitness, a place for everyone else. Planet Fitness, the judgment-free zone.
Please welcome the cheer squad and Ariets. each attending. First attendance, Max Salter and Abby Thomas. And your homecoming queen is Christian Payne, and homecoming queen is Rebecca Sweetman. We'd like our royalty and the area and the cheerleaders to join us in the countdown as we welcome Fireworks West. It was 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Planet Fitness? Isn't that the gym where they like have rules against acting like you're better than everyone else? But then, what's the point of being better than everyone else if you don't get to act like it? Seems like a waste of superiority, if you ask me. I think I'm better off being better here.
Good, because we're Planet Fitness, a place for everyone else. Planet Fitness, the judgment-free zone.
The Danny K. Griffith Whoa, My Beach Vacay is just around the corner program. From expert advice to personalized product combinations, GNC has weight loss programs that fit.
All right, we are back here at Millville, and what an electrifying first half we had, especially the last couple of minutes. Just crazy. Ridgeline had this big 14-0 lead, and Bear River comes storming back. Probably should have had the lead. And let's look at some of these first half highlights. And right from the get-go, the Bears defense was pretty good.
Yeah, both defenses were good at the start of the game here. We'll see a fumble on the exchange from Bear River and Ridgeline picking it up. And that first quarter, it was all defense. We even saw a couple defensive touchdowns. That's really what got us going. Here's the defensive touchdown here by Brandon Cooks. And this got us going, first score of the game.
Yeah, Cook that was a fourth down play. They stopped him anyway, but then they get the forced fumble and the touchdown. And then Cox runs it in, calls his own number. 14-0, 2:14 left. But back comes Bear River. They get the defensive touchdown as we're back as Ridgeline. They say they've got it.
I was watching the highlights there. I wasn't even watching the game yet.
And Bear River is saying they've got it. So somebody's going to be wrong.
Yeah.
I should have noticed with the Friday the 13th, we were going to have some unusual plays, and we've got that tonight. There's another conference here over who gets this football.
Yeah, refs want to make sure they get it right, coming together and to discuss it. And they've got 22 people trying to sway them one way or the other.
So Bear River, they've got possession here. Wow. Okay, so Ridgeline's going to start on defense.
I like the call by Ridgeline coming out, being aggressive. Yeah, but it's tight in there.
Boy, that is bold, isn't it?
Yeah.
And it almost worked. But Bear River now has it. Originally they had it at the 48-yard line. Their first possession. Penalty marker comes out. Beauty maybe got back to the original line of scrimmage. But let's check the penalty. Illegal shift.
Yeah, illegal shift on Bear River. So we had a lot of penalties in the first half. It looks like we're starting out the same here in the second. But I like the call. I like the coming out second half. You lost all the momentum in that last 2 minutes of the first half for Ridgeline. Now you want to come out, be aggressive. They almost got it, too.
Yeah, I agree. That's where they had the momentum. They up 2 scores, 2:14 left, and then they lost it. Might as well try a spark to start things. Yeah, of course, it doesn't work, but they can trying to get a stop here on a third down. A 3rd and 10 coming up here for Bear River. Bear River 1-3 on the season. Ridgeline 2-2.
Well, they just moved it back to second down.
Caught by Fonsbeck. This will be short of a first down by a yard and a half.
Now we've seen Fonsbeck be Josh Payne's favorite target today, which is funny because they switched roles for today, right? Fonsbeck was the quarterback originally and Payne the receiver.
And another penalty comes down.
Yeah, I think that's going to be offsides on Ridgeline.
So that'll be an automatic first down. Remember, it was 3rd down, and so that'll give Bear River a first down.
Yeah, if you're Coach Van Loo, you can't be happy with the penalties. They played you all first half, and now coming back out in the second half.
Option play. Udy. Rhett's going to bring him down.
Good job there by Rhett. Watching the quarterback, forcing him to pitch, and then chasing the pitch after it's gone out. Now, we've called his name a lot today.
Yeah, we have. He came over. By the way, shout out to the student section. It's packed. Well done. But he came over to the student section. I was thinking, hey, make it noisy. Get noisy on 3rd downs. So I think the message, although he's going to come off the field now. Second and 8 now for Bear River. Payne. A sliding catch at the 33.
Now Fonsbeck again his favorite target, the one-time quarterback.
That's bizarre. Yeah, when I spoke to Coach Wise, I think it was Wednesday. He was happy with what Fonsbeck has done, but the OC making a switch here, and I mean, so far, both teams have a defensive touchdown, but you'd have to say Payne's done an admirable job at quarterback. I mean, of course, he had the interception at the end of the half, which that's certainly a big-time negative where he had a chance to take the lead at halftime.
Yeah, he had that fumble handoff, too, right when they're pressing
mesh,
down there on that goal line,
You're
too.
Right.
Other than that, though, he's looked great.
Yeah. And just as Rhett was calling for the student section, they're making some noise here on third down.
Yeah, we're looking at the student section here, and they're crammed in there like sardines.
It's awesome. It's a cool sight to see. 3rd and 3. This drive started at the 48. Will stay on the ground, and a first down for Bear River. So able to convert again on a third down. On the last third down attempt, able to draw Ridgeline offside to get the first down. So back-to-back conversions on the third downs for Bear River.
Yeah, that's Bear River's game plan, right? Slow, methodical, run the ball, get those first downs one at a time.
Payne, pressure coming. He's got Fonsbeck out there bracketed and broken up. Oh, penalty marker comes out. Brandon Cook, who's got that scoop and score, was in the area, as well as Leishman was also.
Yeah,
he was the guy on top.
I think they're going to get Leishman on a defensive pass interference. It didn't look like much to me. I hope that's not the call.
Let's see.
Of course, the rest have been calling it tight today. Both sides, I think they've been pretty tight. The referees confirm here. Oh, it looks like they're going to pull it up.
It's good.
And I like when refs do that, right?
I do too.
You know, you pull the flag out there, you talk about it, make sure you get the right call. They're human beings. They make mistakes just like us. But you like to see it when they admit it and they will put the flag back up.
A couple of scores to pass along. Skyview leading Green Canyon. Green Canyon first right now in Region 11, 18-17 the score. And Mountain Crest leading Logan as the pressure gets to Bear River.
Yeah, Rick Herbert again. We've called his name over and over again, but that option to his side I just don't think is working. He's doing a great job of waiting on the quarterback to make the pitch and then chasing down the ball after it's been pitched out. You see here, he sits and then pursues after. Good job at doing his job and nothing more. A lot of times you'll see that man go for the fake or go too early for that pitch. But so far, he's been doing a great job.
Yeah, that was well played. He forced the pitch, and then he was in position to make the play on the back. Well done by Rhett. Again, they think he's got college football material.
I've seen it so far.
3rd and long. Udy. And who was that made the stop?
Yeah, chasing him down. It looked like he got in. It was a screen play, and I think he realized it a little late when nobody blocked him, and he was into the backfield so quick. But good chase down speed there to come back from behind and grab him.
So Rhett again making the tackle. Again, he was the top tackler for Ridgeline coming into this game. I think he had something like 21 tackles. So 4th down, Bear River going to go for it.
And I think that was Rhett again. First one there through the line.
Incredible. What a game he's having. He's been fired up throughout this night.
Yeah, it's always nice when you have somebody like that. We saw it for Green Canyon. They just had that linebacker that was always in the backfield. We were always calling his name. And credit to the coaches putting him in the right position. Right, we've seen him on the edge doing a good job on that option to the outside. There we see him in the middle, stopping it right up the gut.
So Ridgeline on defense. They allow a few yards, but they get the ball back to their offense at the 21. Okay, let's see what Cox can do here. Kind of struggled to close out the half. And going nowhere
that
It's
Fonsbeck?
Strat Simmons. So well done by Bear River getting out there.
Yeah, Fonsbeck there playing some defense at defensive back. Good job there getting around the block and busting up that play.
So a loss of about 4 yards, I believe, on that play. Here's Damoni. Stumbles his way to the 28-yard line. He was so close to breaking that.
Yeah, and a lot of times you'll see good runners really step it up in the second half when the defense has gotten tired. You run the ball a lot in the first half to wear them down. In the second half is really see them break it. So let's see if we can see them do that today.
We've seen glimpses of the brilliance, but we haven't really seen it on full display yet. See if they might feature him a little bit more. Again, just tripped up. He is so close to breaking a big one.
Yeah, he gets the first down there, but you can feel it. You can feel that he's got that quickness and agility, and he's close to breaking that.
Couple of carries equals a first down for Ridgeline. They did not have many first downs in that first half. Six and a half to play. That's caught by Murdoch, I believe, to the 40.
Yeah, that is Carter Murdoch. And that's what's so beautiful about the run game. When you get it going, then that play action opens up for you. And you start seeing receivers get a little more open after it. Yeah, good fake handoff there. And you know Bear Rivers. Oh, we got a fumble here.
Again, that mesh point. We haven't seen it from Ridgeline yet, but there was not executed well with Cox and Damuni, and luckily got it back was Ridgeline.
Yeah, it looks like he decided late to pull it out, but that mesh point, like you said, you've got to decide quick as the quarterback there when you're doing that option handoff. You've got to decide in an instant if you're handing it off or if you're keeping it.
Johnson was close by. Johnson's got the defensive score for Bear River in that first half. Again, around the football. So third down, Cox almost picked off.
Yeah.
And that was Skinner who had designs.
Yeah, in the right position there. If he gets his head around a little quicker there, he might have an interception. But in the right spot, knocks the ball down.
We got a penalty on the field.
Oh, surprise, surprise.
We did the Snow Canyon game here last year, and it seemed like it was Flag Fest 2018. Kind of having the same thing here. Both teams have had touchdowns nullified because of penalties.
Yeah, and to me it seems like Ridgeline's on the opposite end of these penalties.
Well,
what was the call there?
Unsportsmanlike called against Bear River. Sideline warning, I guess.
Okay.
Okay. So I guess I didn't interpret the first official's signal well, but that other one was definitely sideline infraction. So it will be a fourth down.
Yeah, they're correcting the chains over there.
And Van Leeuwen had the offense on the field, but I think he's going to change his mind. On a 4th and 10 from the 33. Yeah, he's going to change his mind. I think that was wishful thinking.
With the third down, I think that's what he was thinking.
Yeah, agreed. So the down counts. So it will set up a 4th and 10. Is Murdoch will punt the football away to Fonsbeck, who had one muff earlier in the game. And a mistake there. That's a nice effort by Murdoch inside the 20, going to be down at the 19. I think Fonsbeck cost himself maybe 20 yards not fielding that punt.
Yeah, it's a tricky situation there for Fonsbeck because if you pick it up and muff it, it's a fumble and it's a huge play for Ridgeline. If you don't pick it up, though, there's the chance that it doesn't keep bouncing, against you. Maybe it takes a, Bear River bounce. It's a really tough judgment call there.
True, but they have possession. That's the good thing. But he probably cost his team 20 yards by not fielding it. But they've got the ball. And they've looked much better after the first quarter on offense. Boy, there's not a lot of running room in the middle. Nice job by Ridgeline building a wall.
Yeah, that has to have been a point for Ridgeline at halftime. Other than the penalties, with stopping Bear River's run game, I feel like Bear River did a great job in that first half of constantly getting those 3-4 yards every time they ran the ball, and they were able to sustain some long drives. But here we see Ridgeline closing the gaps, rallying to the ball, and getting tackling.
Yeah, 3 or 4 Riverhawks in on the stop. That pass was batted down. Payne wanted to go to Fonsbeck, but that release point, a bit low.
Yeah, and if you watch Ridgeline's defense, they're in a zero defense, so they've got no safeties. They're bringing everybody up to stop the run. It looks like they're really trying to emphasize stopping that run first and worry about the pass second.
Shotgun for Payne. 3rd and 7. 3 receivers near side. Pass is caught over the middle and short of a first down. The Bear River sideline, they wanted a face mask. The catch was made by Dylan Marble.
Yeah, Dylan Marble's been his other target of the night, other than Fonsbeck. Doing a good job. It was a good catch there, but not enough to move the sticks. And it looks like they're going to come out and punt it.
Wyatt Schaefer, the punter for Bear River. Double clutches this one, but gets it off.
Good
Fair
catch.
cut at the 48-yard line. Okay, so for Cox in this offense, I get the feeling they've lost some confidence. Somehow they need to get their confidence back.
Yeah, I agree. I think, being up 14-0 and then losing it in 2 minutes, that's demoralizing. But I think Ridgeline has looked good. I think their offense has been good. I think they've got the potential to come out here and put a drive together and score.
So Mountain Crest leading Logan. Mountain Crest looking for their first win. Remember, they were picked as the 2 seed in Region 11. They're winless. They're 0-4, but a couple score lead against Logan. .320 here, running clock. A 2nd and 13 for Ridgeline. And that might have been deflected at the line.
I think so. So we saw it for Bear River, now we're seeing it for Ridgeline. So my thought process here is give the ball to Mooney, but Bear River took that away in that first down play. Then you get the ball knocked down at the line on 2nd down. Now you're in 3rd and long. Not a good situation to be in.
Third and 13. Where do you go if you're Ridgeline? Cox throws, caught by Webb. He'll be shy of a first down. And this might be 2-down territory if you're Ridgeline. Now it's not going to be one of those nice 4th and 1s.
Yeah, but they do look like they're coming out here being aggressive. We saw them aggressive on that opening kickoff for the halftime, or second half.
They went for it on 4th down in the first half also. They picked up some yardage, but they didn't have enough to get the first down. They need 5 yards. They got to get to the 42 to pick up a first down. Cox, boy, pressure coming, and this is going to be so... Oh, no, he dropped the ball.
Dropped it. That would have been close. Good job there by Cox to get out. Had some pressure there. But yeah, with drop ball there, that's a killer.
So they like to go to Daly on 4th down, and this time he was unable to deliver.
Yeah, Braxton Christensen there again with the pressure. We've called his name a couple times there, coming after Cox.
Good-looking defensive lineman. Had that, was in on the sack fumble at the goal line. So again, great drive start for Bear River. Here's Udy on a screen. He should have enough for a first down. We're seeing a lot more passing attempts for Bear River since that drive they started at 2:14. It seems like they're throwing the ball a lot more than they did before that.
Yeah, maybe that drive opened up their eyes at how good Josh Payne is at quarterback back there. But there you see a screen play. I think Ridgeline's been getting a lot of pressure. A lot of times coaches will call screens to mitigate that pressure, right? You come up, you're overly aggressive, the offensive linemen just let you go by, and then they throw it right over the blitz, and you're able to get a first down from it.
Man, is it really 2 minutes left in this quarter? Crazy. This quarter has flown by. Udy, tough running. That's a tough 4 yards.
Yeah, we saw a lot of that in the first half, sustaining the drives by running, getting those 3 or 4 yards every time. But if you're Bear River, you're getting those 3 or 4 yards consistently, and your passing game recently has looked pretty good. So the big question is can they finish the drive? Can they get down, score a touchdown, like we saw at the end of that first half?
Here's Udy. He's caught in the backfield. Maybe they give him a yard.
Yeah, maybe a yard there.
Sets up a 3rd and 6. All right. Payne and offense, where do you go here?
If I'm Ridgeline, I'm looking at Fonsberg.
Fonsbeck's the bottom of your screen. In trouble. Dump it off to Udy. Udy well shy of a first down.
And guess who's that on the tackle?
Is that a guy, Rhett?
Yeah. Good job pursuing there.
It's been everywhere tonight.
Yeah. And again, I like how the coaches are using him because the blitz was there, right? It was another screenplay by Bear River. The rush was there. But on this one, they don't use Rhett in the rush. They use him to track down the guy coming out of the backfield. Good job, both by Rhett and the coaching staff.
Schaefer to punt the football away. Booming punt. Can they get it inside the 5? No. Marble. He's trying to sell it, but he's in the end zone with the ball. I don't know how you can sell it when you've got the ball in the end zone.
Right. He's probably thinking he touched it out of the end zone, but they call that a touchback if you end up with it in the end zone there.
Let's see. But then he's still got it.
Yeah.
He still got it, so.
Yeah. It doesn't really look good, too, when he's showing the ref. I got it in the end zone.
You're going to put that in the 1 even though I'm 4 yards deep in the end zone? Funny. All right, 37 seconds left. We've got some offensive crises going on here. Each team has only scored 1 offensive touchdown.
Yeah, and both teams have shown flashes of offense. Bear River, they've shown that they can throw the ball a little bit and they can sustain, getting 3 or 4 yards on running plays. Ridgeline, I think Ridgeline's been pretty good on offense aside from the penalties.
Here's Cox. Caught by Webb. Webb should have a first down. The clock will stop momentarily, but that's going to be the final play of the third quarter. This third quarter, to me, went by like in 2 minutes.
Yeah, and you see that a lot with them throwing the ball. Normally that draws out the quarter when they throw it, but able to get some completions, get the clock running.
So this was the halftime. We had some fireworks at the break. We need some fireworks in the fourth quarter. Where are they? We'll get it right after this.
Planet Fitness? Isn't that the gym where they like have rules against acting like you're better than everyone else? But then, what's the point of being better than everyone else if you don't get to act like it? Seems like a waste of superiority, if you ask me. I think I'm better off being better here.
Good, because we're Planet Fitness, a place for everyone else. Planet Fitness, the judgment-free zone.
To Millville, beginning of the fourth quarter. And we got a Friday the 13th edition of Utah Sports Network. In the student section, we gave them a shout out earlier. There's a good visual there. They're getting after it.
Yeah, they're excited.
On third down, they've been a bit of a presence. But right now, they kind of need to be quiet and let their offense make some noise. This offense has been stymied. Only one offensive touchdown by Ridgeline, and DeMooney's going to lose yardage here.
Yeah, it looks like he was too quick for himself there, losing his footing.
I don't know how to, you kind of, at the end of the third quarter, you kind of capsulized it where offensively, Ridgeline, you felt like they've been able to move the ball, except those penalties have killed them. But I don't know if they've established anything. I don't think they've established the run or the pass. Here's DeMooney. Look out, it's a foot race. He finally brings him down into Bear River territory, and there's an explosive run. And nothing wrong with giving it to that guy a few more times.
Yeah, and that's kind of what we've been looking for. You'll see it right at the gut here. We've been waiting for this big play by DeMooney, and there we see it. And good tackle there. I mean, if he doesn't make that play, DeMooney's gone.
Yeah, Dylan Marble able to bring him down. Cox rolls out, and it's caught. This is Webb. Inside the 25. Should mark it about the 23. So back-to-back first down pickups by a Ridgeline.
Yeah, good job there by Ridgeline to move the pocket to get Cox out. I feel like he's more comfortable outside of the pocket. Good job throwing it on the run. And we've seen success for that with that play where Cox rolls out and they have somebody run across the field.
Here's DeMooney to the 21.
Yeah, so it looks like Ridgeline has the big play ability. But they haven't.
No question.
They haven't gotten that big play for a touchdown yet. But I'm really curious to see if they can finish a drive, right? They've driven it down majority of the field. Can they finish? Can they score a touchdown here?
That pass is behind the intended receiver.
Yeah, so again, like their last drive, they had a bad run on the first down, then an incomplete pass on second down, and now they come up with a third and long.
Third and 6 coming up, although this, you got to figure if they get any kind of yardage on this play and don't get a first down, they're going to go for it on fourth down. So you got 2 plays to get 6 yards. Cox. And it's going to be picked off. Cox is the only one back defensively for Ridgeline. DeMooney. And this is Fonsbeck. He's going to take it the distance. A pick 6 for Bear River. Their first lead of the game.
Yeah, and that's tough for Ridgeline. All the way down on the 20-yard line. We're talking about them marching down, scoring a touchdown, and then disaster.
Jake, we've had 3 defensive touchdowns scored in this game.
Yeah.
That's incredible.
Yeah, and a lot of credit to Fonsbeck there. I mean, good interception. The ball bounced to him, right to him, but good run after the catch here, making people miss. Yeah, good run.
We got a penalty on the PAT.
Yeah, another penalty.
Porter tack it into substitution. Infraction.
Well, that's 21 unanswered points. Bear River down 14-0 with 20 unanswered points. for the extra kick or the extra point.
Oh boy, fireworks here on the PAT. And I'll be curious to see if this is a factor. So 20-14 as the PAT goes awry. I don't know if it was the snap or the hold, but that's not what Porter Tackett had in mind 10 seconds ago. There might be something to this Friday the 13th thing. This has not been a normal game. We're not seeing normal plays.
Yeah, I can't tell if that's a full moon.
It's a harvest moon. That is a harvest moon, I believe.
Yeah, it's pretty eerie on Friday the 13th.
It's clear, isn't it?
Yeah.
Spectacular up there. Man, Bear River, 20 straight points.
Yeah, and
put on by the Bears. 2 defensive touchdowns.
And if you're Ridgeline, you got to stay calm. You got to stay poised. You know, we just saw a good drive there, end in a disaster play. But they've done good. If they could stop the penalties, if they could, keep their heads cool, keep their heads in the game, I think they'll be all right. But we'll see. All the momentum is Bear River's way right now.
Short kick. Taken on the run. Oh, the ball's free. Or was that a shoe? I couldn't tell. I thought something shot out of there. But it'll be Ridgeline football. Yeah, there is, I think that's a harvest moon. I think I read that somewhere. Spectacular up there. It's been great. It's been great in the valley here. Although we had that hailstorm, you had some windshield damage.
I had some windshield damage
earlier in the week. I had some bark dust get removed by all the water we had. But this has been just a real pleasant evening as DeMooney is tripped up at the 30. But it definitely feels like fall, doesn't it? I mean, the days are nice, but the evenings are getting cooler.
Yeah, and we're seeing the day a little shorter.
Yes.
I remember our first game, it was dark up until the start of the second half. They turned on their lights here right around the second quarter.
Here's DeMooney again. I would keep giving it to this guy. He's going to have enough for a first down.
Yeah, good run there. Making a couple defenders miss. And that's what you want to do, right? You had the bad play, the pick six. And now you come out, you want to start off getting a first down. They did that, check it off. Hopefully now they can be calm and poised and put a drive together.
Would you stay with the run here, or would you have Cox throw more?
I like DeMooney. He's shown that he's a good runner. You see a run by Cox there, but
he ran into DeMooney on that play. Did you see that?
Looked like a blown play there, but not a bad outcome. I would keep giving it to DeMooney. Their last 2 drives, though, they've had the same situation happen where they gave it to DeMooney. It didn't really work out on first down. They had an incomplete pass on second down, and then their third and long. And I think that was in part what caused the big turnover there.
Yet they had the explosive run to set that up. And here he is again with first down yardage into Bear River territory. I mean, there's still a ton of time in this game, but you just have the feeling this drive is really important for Ridgeline.
Yeah, I get that feeling, and we see a great run there where he makes 2 good moves there. And I've been really impressed with DeMooney's determination, even after he breaks the line of scrimmage, to continue to get yards and to make people miss further down the field.
Got a whistle. Oh, timeout, Bear River. So they've got 2 left here in the fourth quarter. We'll take it with them. 8:30 left. Bears by 6. Return right after this.
The Danny K. Griffith Whoa, My Beach Vacay is just around the corner program. From expert advice to personalized product combinations, GNC has weight loss programs that fit.
Welcome to the Sports Academy. Our members have access to the largest weight room and the most cardio equipment in the Valley. Choose from dozens of group fitness classes, including high, Zumba, strong, yoga, and cycling, basketball, racquetball, swimming, and tennis. See for yourself why the Sports Academy is your club for your results for your life.
8:30 left in the region opener for both teams. Ridgeline, they come in though 2-2, and Bear River 1-3, and we have all sorts of timing issues. But I think they might get Ridgeline with a false start here. Bear River came across too, but I think it was Ridgeline first, and that's what the official says.
Yeah, it
looked back them up 5 yards.
It looked like the team, all but the center, had one cadence planned out, but the center wasn't ready to give him the ball yet.
Nobody could hold their water on that play.
No.
All right, 1st and 15. Here's Damoni. Good blocking at the point of attack. And back to the line of scrimmage, original line of scrimmage. That might give him a half yard more. I keep feeding that guy. He's just too good to be contained. I mean, offers from Utah State, BYU. They feel like he's going to get offered by just about everybody before the season's over. Here is Damoni. He's got enough for a first down on the throw by Cox.
Yeah, so that's 3 first downs, all by Damoni. Whether he's running it or catching it, he's been their go-to guy this drive. And you'll see, couldn't see it there, but Damoni comes out on the flat and then turns it upfield. Cox does a good job, just that little hesitation on that fake to the flat and then giving it to him as he turns upfield.
Damoni again for a couple.
So he's got to get tired here soon, but he's still looking fast, looking quick.
I don't know if he gets tired. I remember his brother. They gave it to him a lot. And I think his brother's probably a little bit bigger. Now, again, we don't have the heights and weights, but just physically, just looking, I think his brother was a little bit bigger. I don't know that for sure, and maybe he's not done growing. Cox looking for Daly, and it's incomplete. That was good coverage by Dylan Marble out there with the pass breakup.
Yeah, again, they're trying to get Cox running outside of the pocket. They've had a lot of success earlier in the game with that. I think he had some room to run it there, but decided to throw it. And it looked like he was open there for a second, but good jobs there by Bear River to close on that.
Again, I think you've got 2 downs to pick up these 6 yards. Trying to set up a screen, a lot of retreating. Penalty markers come in. Well, there was hang time on that one penalty marker.
I wonder if we're going to see an illegal receiver downfield.
Which, if I could eliminate one penalty, if I was, commissioner of football for one day, I think I'd eliminate that one. Top of your screen, 74. Watch them. Oh yeah,
wow.
By the collar.
Yeah, that's a easy call there. And those penalties have killed Ridgeline. I mean, this is a good drive. Yeah. 3rd and short, or third and 5.
So yeah, there was an ineligible downfield, and then you saw the hold will be accepted. Yeah, this is, if you're looking at this game for Ridgeline's perspective, number one, the turnovers, but number 2, the penalties. Especially on offense. Again, it's taken away a touchdown, and it's stymied so many other drives. This is 3rd down, right? Yeah, this is 3rd and 20. They got 2 plays. Cox. Oh, what an interception by Bear River. I think that was Marble.
Now that was a good catch right there. Good play by Marble, getting his hand up there. One-handed catch. That's going to be on his highlight reel.
I think it's Garrison Marble on the roster. They've got B Marble, but that's a long story. But I think his name is Garrison Marble. One more look. I mean, he one-hands this, and then he brings it in. Oh, and he had a guy out there.
Yeah, he did have a guy open. Kind of threw him short. Good job there by Marble, though, making a play.
So another turnover. How about this Bear River defense, though? Very opportunistic. 2 defensive touchdowns. Here's Udy. Oh, penalty marker.
Now that looks like another hold. Now, they have not been shy here to pull out that flag.
It's unfortunate, isn't it, that the penalties?
It is.
It really, you have such a good flow. You want to see the, consecutive plays being ran. But instead we got to march off and stop the game, march the ball back or forward. Just both teams need to eliminate these mistakes. Clock ticking here, 6:39 and running. Bear River with 20 consecutive points. They'll stay on the ground. Both these teams blew leads last week. Ridgeline, we've talked about it. They lost to Highland, Idaho after having a 2-score lead similar to this game here tonight against Bear River.
Yeah, and if you're Bear River right now, you're not in any hurry. You're running the ball. This is what you came in. That was your bread and butter. Bread and butter was running the ball.
There's Coach Wise, far side. We had a good chat with him. 18 years as the head coach at Bear River. He played in the Indoor Football League with the Utah Cats back in the day. Went to Ricks College and Weber State. Pressure coming. Payne on the run to Fonsbeck. No catch, they say. Fonsbeck looked like he was in position there. They say incomplete.
Yeah, good job by Ridgeline there to cause some pressure on both ends. The pressure was good, and then being right around the receiver as the ball was getting there.
Well, Fonsbeck, that was our player to watch at the beginning of the game. Doesn't start at quarterback, has a defensive score. Interception and touchdown. Number of catches also tonight. Yeah, there he is. They're going to get the ball to him here on a 3rd and 16. Now if you're Ridgeline, can you get pressure and create a turnover? Late toss. Here's Udy. Will be shy of a first down. So Ridgeline should get the ball back with just under 5.5 to play. Now with how things are going, this will probably be the last drive for Ridgeline, I would think.
Yeah, stranger things have happened, but this is a good opportunity. You've got plenty of time, 5.5 minutes left. And like we've been saying all night, Ridgeline has looked good on offense other than the penalties and the turnovers.
Well, they come after it. Short punt. And again, it takes a nice Bear River bounce. So this will be down at the 35. And that's what Ridgeline and this offense, that's where they'll start from the 35, trailing by 6. I mean, this is what you dream of, isn't it?
Yeah, and all the mistakes.
Yeah,
and all the mistakes that have happened in the past, forget about them. They don't matter. All that matters now is this drive right here. If you can come down, if you're Cox, you've made a couple of mistakes, but if you can come down here and lead your team down to a touchdown and score here, all those mistakes wash away.
And you got number 3 flanking you on your left. Might try to feed him the ball a few times. He's got it here. Bear River not fooled. Tackle for loss. Under 5 minutes here. They started the game by going to DeMooney when he was lined out as a receiver, and he took it to the house. I think DeMooney went the wrong direction. This is caught by Carter Murdoch. I think we're going to get a roughing the passer, so this should be a first down for Ridgeline, plus 15 yards.
Yeah, I didn't see what happened after he threw it, but where the flag is, it's either a roughing the passer or a hold. Let's watch it again here.
Came in late.
Yeah, so we've seen the penalties kill Ridgeline.
This should benefit them.
This should benefit them.
Yeah, roughing the passer, so it'll be 15 yards, first down. They needed that. But I think they had DeMooney, but he went to the far side instead of the near side. Might have been a miscommunication there. In any event, they get the first down. They move the chains, and they're into Bear River territory. And they've done that in the second half. They've been able to get into Bear River territory, unable to finish drives. Here's DeMooney. Can he get to the edge? He's going to cut it back instead. Picks up about 4.
Yeah, good job there, being patient, waiting for the opening. Only a couple of yards there, maybe 4 or 5, but good job putting his foot in the ground and cutting it upfield.
You got to get positive yardage. He did that. I'd like to see a little bit more urgency being used by a Ridgeline, but they still have plenty of time. 4 minutes at the 44. Here's DeMooney again. Good block.
Yeah, good job by DeMooney there to get back to the line of scrimmage. And it just seems like they're really relying on him, right? These last couple of plays haven't looked good. The blocking hasn't been there, but DeMooney's been able to make something out of nothing.
He does look tired. I mean, you brought up that point, I think the beginning of the fourth quarter. And I was, don't worry about it. Young, he's got a big body. He can take it, but he's getting up slower and slower.
And that clock is starting to be an issue with 3.5 minutes left.
Got to get a first down first. 3rd and 7. Big ball. He's got a man out there. You got 2 guys out there. Thinking someone perhaps ran the wrong route. You had Webb and also Simmons. And it went in between the 2 of them. So 4th and 7. This could be it for Ridgeline. They've got to get a first down to extend this game. They do have 3 timeouts left. You don't want to give the ball back to Bear River. 4th and 7. Pressure coming. You're just going to heave one up, and it's broken up. A little bit of pushing out there. And so Bear River is going to take over on downs.
Yeah, again, I think that's marble.
There's multiple marbles.
Oh, number 36. We've seen him out there a lot.
Yeah.
We've seen him get an interception. We've seen him make a couple of big plays.
Yeah, we're going to go with Garrison Marble, 36 here. Kind of a bit of a push in the back.
Yeah, but good job there getting your hand at the highest point. You always hear that with defensive back coach. They'll always talk about touching the ball, catching the ball at its highest point. Good job there doing that.
I think the cornerback play has been pretty good.
I do too.
We've seen a lot of pass breakups both sides.
Yeah.
3:10. Got to get a stop of your Ridgeline. Gain of 1. They're not going to call a timeout. Got 3 timeouts.
Yeah, choosing to keep one.
Wow.
I always like that. I always like keeping one in your back pocket.
Okay. I would have used it.
So Bear River not in any hurry, as you'd expect at this point.
2.5 to play. Ridgeline, they got to get a stop. They just turned the ball over on downs. And a penalty. So that's going to stop the clock. Oh, timeout.
Timeout.
I wondered if Bear River was going to call time. I mean, Fonsbeck broke the huddle 30 seconds left. He broke it really early. And it just seemed like not everybody was on the same page there. So Ridgeline 2-2. They've dropped their last 2. Starting region play. I mean, you don't want to start off 0-1 in region.
Yeah, that first game of the season, they put up 58 points. So you've got to think, starting then, they thought their offense was going to be a juggernaut throughout the year. Was going to be able to put up points in bunches and in a hurry. And so far, I think Ridgeline has the potential to be a good offensive team. But like we've been talking about all night, the turnovers and the penalties, you just can't be a good offensive team with those.
Ridgeline's next game will be at Skyview next Friday. And for Bear River, they're going to host Logan. Motion by Marble. Going to stay on the ground with Udy. Got to get him down. They do. And clock's going to stop. No. Wow. Okay, so they're not calling timeout. I keep on calling for a timeout. I just got to wait.
Yeah.
Now Ridgeline calls timeout. So I think they let like 10 seconds go off between when the ball was marked down and when they actually called for time. So that's a play. So they just...
Yeah, those seconds will be precious to you if you get the ball back here. But it all depends on this play right here. Right? If Bear River's able to get a first down, I think the game's pretty much wrapped up.
So let me give you this situation. 3rd and 5. Say Bear River gets 4 yards, and it's 4th and 1. Would you punt it, or would you go for it?
That's a good question. I would punt. I think you're ahead, you're up. There's no need for you to be aggressive, for you to be risky, right? Ridgeline has to beat you.
In Ridgeline, they've only scored 1 offensive touchdown, and that was in the first half. Let's see, Udy will be short of a first down by 2, maybe 3 yards.
Yeah, it looks like they learned their lesson this time, calling a timeout quick, not letting any time roll off the clock. Now, I think you're in a position here, you have to punt it, right? You were bringing up a situation where it's 4th and 1. Maybe you go for it then, but 4th and 3, I would be surprised to not see them punt it here.
They're huddled. See Ridgeline's huddle. Yeah, well, Coach Wise and Haas, will they go for this? It would be a 4th and, I think they're saying 4.
Again, you don't have to be aggressive here if you're Bear River, right? You have to, in my mind, you punt the ball here and you make Ridgeline beat you. Ridgeline will have to go the whole length of the field if you punt it. I think they got 1 timeout left. Yeah, 1 timeout here. And if you're Bear River, you've been playing pretty good defense. You've been taking the ball away from them.
Yeah, I'm not seeing Schaefer. I'm not seeing the punter. But this might be one of those pooch punts. So 4th and 4, Bear River lining up like they're going to go for it. Oh, and it's going to cost Ridgeline a timeout. Oh, dear.
Yeah, not what you want is Ridgeline. Good job for Bear River, whether they were going to punt it or not.
Yeah.
To force Ridgeline to use their last timeout is
now they should just punt it.
Yeah, now. That was a successful play in my mind for Bear River.
Yeah, you get Ridgeline to use a timeout with the clock already stopped. Not even on offense yet. So Ridgeline really up against it on a 4th and 3, they say.
But I don't think that's a punt formation for Bear River.
I think so. Fonsbeck's in at quarterback. I wonder if he's going to pooch punt this. Not seeing Payne out there. And it's not deep enough as a punter, but it's not really like a sugar huddle, kind of a thing where you're just 3 yards back. Or whatever Chris Alt called that from Nevada. Well, they're lining up like they're going to go for it, but I'll be stunned if he doesn't kick it. Yeah. So he does kick it, and this will bleed some time off the clock. Oh, it goes out of bounds.
And not a very good kick.
It went out of bounds by Fonsbeck.
Well, that's the risk you take when you do a pooch kick like that, right? You're not
set
set
up.
up.
The whole field.
You're not set up to do a good kick, a good booming, get your whole leg in there. It's just quick. It's a pooch kick. So that happens sometimes. And either way, I still call that a success. You move Ridgeline back 20 yards. And now Ridgeline's got to go, 75 yards in a minute, 50 seconds, no timeouts. Bear River, you're in a good spot here.
And, you probably can't run DeMooney. I mean, maybe 2 or 3 times you can run him, but he's going to have to be a blocker or a receiver here. Pressure coming. Cox, it's caught by Daly. Can he get out of bounds? He can't. He does pick up a first down, so the clock will stop while they reset the chains.
Now, so this is fun if you're Ridgeline right here, right? You get that first down. You're passing it. You're in the 2-minute drill. You practice this all the time. You do have the benefit of the clock stopping with the chain gang moving.
Cox, pressure up the middle. Cox going to run. Throws on the run. He's got Simmons out there. I don't think he holds it. They're going to say it's a catch. They're going to call it a catch by Simmons. I'd like to see a look at this. What an effort.
Yeah, that'll be on his highlight reel with the extended reach out with both hands.
Here we go.
Yeah, good catch there.
Wow, if he caught that, what a play by Strat Simmons, the sophomore. They think he can play college football. Here's DeMooney.
Oh, and that's tough because now the clock's running. I mean, you've got the time now with a minute 20. But you got to hurry here if you're Ridgeline. Precious time ticking off the clock right now.
I think that was Johnson on the tackle. Ridgeline in business, though, 2nd and 10. Approaching a minute here. Pardon me, 2nd and 12. Cox. Whoa!
Drop.
Unable to bring that in. Webb had it for a moment, but couldn't possess it going to the ground.
It's all right, that stops the clock. You got 3rd and longer.
Watch this effort. Oh.
Yeah, just can't bring it in. 2 good balls there by Cox, though.
Yes.
That first one down here, and then this one as well.
Love the poise. Remember, he's 15.
Yeah, and he's slinging it, too. Those are some pretty deep balls that he's throwing out there.
Under a minute to play. Low snap. Pressure coming. And they're going to get Cox back at the 38. That was Johnson with the sack. The clock ticking down under 45 seconds. And it's going to be 4th down.
Yeah, good play there by Johnson to get in there. That might have just been the game.
Getting word that Skyview just beat Green Canyon. This is it, last play. Got to make something work. Going to toss it in the middle, and it's deflected with 21 seconds left. And Bear River will hang on. They score 20 unanswered. And they've got a 6-point lead with possession with just 21 seconds left.
Yeah, good job by Bear River. Staying poised, right? We talked about the 20 points unanswered. But they were down 14-0 with 2 minutes left in the half. And good job there. We got an injured player here, but good job by Bear River to stay poised, to stay in the game, keep their head in there. It's easy. It's easy when you're down 14 points to want to tank it, want to give up, put in the towel. We were even talking about at the end of the second half, should they be aggressive and go for it instead of just going to halftime?
I would have played it safe. And they didn't, and it really paid off for them.
Will help with the cleanup. We also have a homecoming special available immediately
Jake,
after
player of the game, what are you thinking here?
There's a couple of them that I've been impressed with. We've seen Franz Beck with that big
So
interception
number 4,
return.
yeah, you had the pick 6.
I've been impressed too with 36. I mean, we've talked about these defensive backs. They really had to step up in that second half.
Marble.
We'll
call him Garrison. I know that on the roster they got B. Marble. I've got another roster that has him as Garrison. So.
Yeah, but then we've seen Keaton Riley. So these are all on the defense for me. Keaton Riley too, causing some pressure. We saw him instigate that fumble. So we're going to see Fonz back here with the pick 6. And really, this is the game at my point. And in my point of view, it's 14-14 at this point. And then Fonz Beck is going to get the pick 6.
So Ren Fonsbeck is our GNC player of the game. And you're right, that was kind of the play that decided things. And Bear River, wow. 3-game losing streak comes to an end, able to knock off Ridgeline. And they'll improve to 1-0 in region play. And again, they will face Logan. And I think
Fonsbeck was our...
Mountcrest was leading Logan last I checked.
Yeah, Fonsbeck was our player to watch at the beginning of the game.
Yeah, he was.
And I thought once he switched position, we wouldn't see as much of him, but
he was something special tonight. Well, our thanks to Bear River and Ridgeline High School, and to those of you watching our stream on YouTube and Facebook. Our final score, Bear River 20, Ridgeline 14 for our entire crew. Thanks for watching. This has been a presentation of Syscom and Utah Sports Network. Good night, everybody.